Amphorius, the eternal land.
Yeah, you haven't been with us on the...
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion too.
Yeah, plus...
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime soon.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutralized. I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Now, who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there, each one more outlandish than the last.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and... what was it again? That the chaos was only quelled because of an accident? Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
Oh, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him. Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history, like what happened to the Black Plum family back then, without even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head, though. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez. Are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine. Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work, then.
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh. Do you recall when or where we might have met?
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around.
Spare a thought for me, will you?
And that is exactly why I need you with me.
The only one you can... What about her?
At least, she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame.
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you. Eager for everyone to take you to task after a set. That said, if I'd really...
You're right.
She should still be in Penacony.
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why. Considering your vested... I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
All right, then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
I see 2 bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair. What's happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very...
Remind me, why do I have to make this...
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat-and-dog existence.
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring your...
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only a...
Holy moly. Can you get any...
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive. When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this an IPC mission? Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like. As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price, I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by... when it's time to go. This will be farewell for good. So...
Can't you just look back on it from...
There's something else I want to do, too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen.
Get off your high horse. The other four...
I might have gone astray. But
Then you should also know that the IPC is...
You know how it is. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight, and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door. The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder is one of your disguises.
Sorry.
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you Mr. 1 Week? Please excuse me, I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there.
There's nothing much to say, actually. We bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are.
Aftermath.
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know him?
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance, sir. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently...
What happens if you violate the...
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be...
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance?
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be... So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any... In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced...
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that...
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourist thought of it as nothing more...
Was that his way of
Perhaps he was just using an approach with life. This place is no exception. The distorted after echoes of the Order.
Let's see what we have on these notes. Consumption of food except for burgers. What? Handstand walks around flower beds are prohibited. Now let's not worry about it.
No, thank you.
No consumption of food other than burgers,
I have nothing against desserts.
What happens if I break the...
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measure... Wait, don't... That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out. Only cast and crew members are allowed on this stage.
And an easy one to test. Neither of them.
Huh?
Let's try that again.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an
You've been iron-fisted since you were little. Wait a sec. If this is how violent...
I tried to warn you. How do you feel?
Now?
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct, then I'll use the power of two.
So, can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now? Do not discard... This is absurd.
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Do not discard... This is absurd.
Children tend to be fascinated.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke. Something's happening. What is this?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt Troop. Where?
There are both dangers and opportunities during interstellar travel. This is what companions are for.
Oh, there it is.
Just one moment.
Let me translate that for you.
I'm afraid you're going to have to handle...
Handle this? Wait, is that real?
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped. Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens? Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule? They can't be No. Hey!
May song bring harmony and unity.
Heard the call. Trinity is before me.
Another journey. Still water.
Let's begin.
I weep for the departed. It shall fall.
This mortal. Watch over you. Guide you on your path. Now farewell.
Destined for oblivion.
Leave it to me. You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I hope for an end to strife in the world. Night. Stars echo.
Trinity is before me.
Free will, or was it fate? Still water.
Let's begin.
They have to do with...
Perhaps making the...
Aren't the...
Enough. The locate...
Let's see. Oh, there it is.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary.
Whoa.
So long as there remains a need for...
That's true. That was sarcasm.
You never forget time.
You're probably... Let's see. What is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so full. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now.
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. It might be better to take a quieter route.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating. You okay?
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that... Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on.
Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Thank you.
Whew, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony? We needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep your guard up. I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Pen. Come now. It's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do. Seems I let my wish...
I will, but put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any...
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me. Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value. Answer me. What?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found our...
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have one. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell.
Agreed. But, until you leave Penacony... I left my home in a hurry, too. That said, I can't make this call by myself.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony too?
Come with me. We'll go find...
Okay. Boy, this is gonna be... Let's see.
We're here. They should be...
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express... Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed...
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain...
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before...
By passenger, do you mean this lady here? Or these ladies?
This...
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge...
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the lives of... I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision... I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection. Could there be more... logic? The average... It's a pity we do not communicate. That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose. So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send... Looks like this is one exception.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, Not now. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting-Yoon for a while after separating from the rest. But then...
Did something happen in the
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he...
So that's sort of try not to laugh.
I didn't really want to do it, but he insisted on us giving...
What happened?
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on... Miss Ting-Yoon ate the candy, too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze.
What's your take?
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive. There is no cause for concern.
Mr. Yang...
It's okay. You can reveal...
I was only being careful. Help me remove my disguise.
It's been a while, everyone.
You! What's
Everyone, stay calm. I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest. But to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere. Mr. 1 Week here is an old...
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron.
Let's leave this...
That's...
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider
Your suggestion?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Tingyun to come together to form the Tingyun Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where...
There. Now do you...
There does appear to be...
Hey! You better not be referring to the part about my wit.
Mr. Yang mentioned
Yes, more specific.
the Law Fu. Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Law Fu some time ago? Was she...
Quite the contrary. She might have been... story for another time.
I don't have much to go on now.
Then again, gifts should be last.
That sounds... if we really want to do... She makes a valid point.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Let's try a different name.
Don't we sound chummier?
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspect. In other words, it means the Tingyun...
Okay.
At any rate, this isn't... The only problem is that these Miss Tingyuns...
One that we can speak on. It may take me a while to... Why do I feel like it's not... This miss... Huh? Yikes!
Oh, were you all looking for me?
Found her! If I remember...
It's nothing special, really.
She ought to meet your one...
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to
before you start...
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead.
That is true.
If you still have concerns. You are also...
There's no need for that.
Are you all right with this, Miss?
I go as the wind.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion.
What the... Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Look, it's working.
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Miss Ting-Yoon, you're finally back. You may be small, but you're Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appeared. I nearly died. Just now.
Don't be afraid. What? No matter what you see, you only need to remember you're not alone. Who are you? And Is that where I came from? And where does... That looks so familiar. Does she want to lead me some... Where?
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
That's great.
You're still trying.
I'm not a genius, so I...
Excuse me. Can they not hear? This girl is... Ting-Yoon. Don't question question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again. Who's talking to me? These are
wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
the destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you?
I can't go to you. All I can do...
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's no need for that. It's don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your...
Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Have we met? Unite our goals. I see through you. Converge and awaken.
Free will, justice, or oblivion.
Cloud scattered. Dream vanished.
Trinity is before me. Another to play water to oblivion.
Let's seize this fine moment. Share good fortunes.
I weep for the departed. This too shall fall.
Let's seize this fine moment. Cloud scatter. A quick divination. Dreams of a Let us dance once more.
Now farewell. Justice for oblivion. I weep for the departed. This too shall fall.
How can it be? Why are there still so many of them? The ones from before weren't defeated either.
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can. You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction. Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh. No wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So... I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand. You appear to be trying to save me, benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. How troublesome. But...
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path. And only by walking this will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side. Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first... Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all right, but someone didn't agree with that assessment.
What about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, yet you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
My body feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail. You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
Who?
Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
Are you all right?
Did I pass out?
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is...
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from Miss Ting-Yun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Ting-Yun a shot at survival. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Ting-Yun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
That's all right. So long as...
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that.
soul glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the map...
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Ting Yun in...
Huh? But, Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Sien...
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decision.
Okay. We better... Shall we keep going then? Did you forget already? Miss Ting Yun...
I'm not too familiar.
As if a merchant could serious...
No, I already picked up a few gifts earlier. So that means there's only 3 more left to go. We've already lost a lot of time, so we better not drag our feet.
Welcome. How can I help?
Hello there.
Wow, you really know how to...
First we have... Lady Fu Xuan has such refined taste. Let's go with your suggestion. Next is...
That's not your decision to make.
That's the kind of treasure. Come to Clock Studios. Finally, we have Lady Bailu. You carry yourself. That's all of them. Thanks to both your help.
Why don't we pay another visit to the...
A souvenir for myself. But there's...
Let's see.
This is...
Miss Ting Yun?
You've looked out for me during our travel, but there are still you two...
How could we forget?
Exactly. And that's precise. When I asked for your names, I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that...
Yeah, we couldn't even... I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while.
But that thought has me filled with sorrow. That's what I've been puzzled. What was your impression of that? That part is true. I'm always calculating when it comes to business, but never with people. So, what did she seem like to you? I'll just assume that's a compliment. Maybe next time you could just say silver-tongued. Was there anything particularly memorable?
That's true. I'd love to learn how you do it.
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Ting Yun you remember?
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real...
Oh, Miss March, you might have the...
Huh?
As a merchant, staying well-informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have...
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself. I regret missing out on your Sanjo journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, Fantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always get. But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered, even that thought has brought me great comfort. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help. And now, I will reclaim everything. Dear benefactors, I extend... Looks like, and you, my dear benefactor...
Miss Ting-Yoon, that's way too over the top.
We'll see. I just hope that... All right, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Welcome to the Dreamscape sales store. Dr. Ed.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts.
Just a friendly reminder. That being said, there are always the story unfolds in the Shin.
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
Since I'm returning to the Sanjo, I think it's better to choose something unrelated.
I love customers like you. So easy to read.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean? Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, after troubling you all this time, I couldn't...
Wow. That's really nice of you.
Here are the dream bundles I prepared. Thank you.
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time.
Can't believe it's time for Miss Ting-Yoon to leave. I'm not ready to see... Yeah, we got delayed on the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail when he gets back. Has the messenger from the Cienjo arrived yet?
Long time no see, everyone.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed it.
Janice Quarter, a premier shopping destination. Discover style.
But now it seems it was unnecessary. Ting-Yoon, I'm here to take you home.
A premier shopping destination. Discover style, adventure, and endless energy.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you. What a wonderful surprise.
I wanted to come because After all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of all people.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same, carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But since we're alone here, may I ask you one more thing? Do I really have to go back to the Luofu?
Why? You don't...
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron Mei, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her way to save me? It seems as if I've become a pawn.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and complicate things.
Take advantage of the situation. What do you...
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Fantilia herself. If possible, please inform the General, and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body...
When Ron Mei visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Arbiter Generals concluded that Fantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element of surprise. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any... I'll support you, no matter what others may say.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous.
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise. There is someone who can attest to... Please follow me. She should be around here somewhere.
Is that...
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying, and one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by... As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely... Madam Yukong, do you remember... Perhaps that was just an ordinary flight for you, but... For a certain child, that was her first experience with the sky.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still young enough for me to carry.
You probably still can. Want to give it a try?
I'm afraid you'd be too heavy for me now.
Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot.
This flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos. In this world, there are paths beyond. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't, even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return. Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme. and might not always follow your principles.
My principle. Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles. But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans...
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox, not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust. Sneeze a few times.
Is this place also affected by the Order?
No, I'm just here to... so it shouldn't matter if we add another.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your... Now then, Mr.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her in.
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take... Expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
It's nice to meet you, miss. May I know your name?
My name is 1 week. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
Oh, you're a Dreamweaver. Thank you for all your hard work.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be...
I'm taking a break. I wanted to find a quiet place to relax. Ideally somewhere where I could see the stars. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way here. I know these stars only exist in the dream.
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
You're very philosophical, Miss 1 Week. You remind me of someone I know. Do you work near?
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat.
A show?
It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed live.
I see. In that case, the observation deck is a good choice. You can see all of Penacony from here. Distance can make some things appear more beautiful.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins?
Of course. You don't have to be so courteous. I should be the one asking.
Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me.
What makes you feel this way?
Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but...
You're too kind. My only real regret is that I left.
Did the person you wanted to say them to...
Yes. He left in such a...
Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words.
But don't you think we should put in some effort when...
If you don't mind me asking...
It's someone who experienced failure recently.
There are many such people on Penacony. I believe they all have the willpower to...
But he's different. He's stronger than most ordinary people. But because of it, people have this...
Are you saying that's not true?
It's not. Because before he
Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's act...
You may be right. But I still... Because I have faith in the person He may have taken the wrong approach when he failed. But I don't think he had the wrong intentions. We once stood together at the same starting... We don't have to soar into the sky together. Because I know we'll reunite one day.
I hope so.
Miss 1 Week, may I ask a favor? If I have a Dreamweaver's help...
A dream jigsaw.
Don't worry if you can't find them.
I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky.
Thank you anyway. I expect the first jigsaw piece will be a part of the starry sky.
It seems we've been blessed with...
Is this... It seems familiar.
Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind.
Whoa, Miss Robin! I don't get to attend every single one.
Thank you for your support.
The second jigsaw piece. Is this a pair of wings or a decoration made of feathers?
Maybe it's somewhere in between the two.
We should keep looking.
It's okay. Let's see. We have enough. Let's go back.
done. Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize. But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place of our reunion.
You still couldn't bear to say goodbye in the end. Maybe I'm stronger than you think. You must try to relax on your long journey. Brother.
That didn't seem like a...
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit. But why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence again.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times. I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either. We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. We only have the but before we leave. I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you become a...
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the skies still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and...
That's not what I think at all.
And because of that, he bid farewell.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. You can think of it this way. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto... This is my way of the trailblaze, and the reason why.
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye. There was never a third person with us, was there?
I told you he'd find out.
Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up suspense. Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take...
I know you can hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry. I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here, and believing it to be... When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a Stellaron.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands. Humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when... I will say goodbye, here, to the me of yesterday. I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
I see. That explains why something always felt off about your appearance. The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony, it's been missing since the moment we reunited.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. But that doesn't... While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream...
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family. Another reason. This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order and...
Is that also how Mr. 1 Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real... He was born from an accident. One, it was that try not to laugh challenge. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank...
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite...
You could say he's... I too was once a child. With Asper, maybe, if I had made a small change in... What a pity. Failing to become a better version of yourself. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Tingyun. And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a... But who's to say there won't be any changes?
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated. Now, shall we... Anticipating this possibility, you've really changed. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey, where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today. You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for... My fear of the unknown may be a weakness. But your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad. Meeting you has been a great help to me. And I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly dislike you. What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs. Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall. But I won't become like you. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principle. As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you. What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler? Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way to achieve this is through personal experience. You see? I'm already starting to make change. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate. And see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister.
And stop!
Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly... And with my last breath, I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. On the planet of festivities. It's not the gods who answer us. I don't have much to say. But, as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice. When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time. Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke at all. No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull? Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself. I will always... Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
one must first step back onto the stage!
As expected. The trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
I see through you. All things immense creation.
I weep for the departed.
Overcome the thorns!
A quick divination.
I venture forth to...
I weep for the departed.
It's of no consequence.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Uphold the true and
Another turn.
Still water. We'll overcome the thorns.
Thank you, claws got dull. I bet you're worth it.
I see through you.
As expected. The trickiest thing is tuning yourself. It sounds much too harsh.
Down farewell.
Free rail.
S1.
Let's begin.
I weep for the departed.
Need not fade away.
All things human creations.
nobody resin. All things are part of the melody.
Stand down.
Enjoy eternal peace.
Down farewell.
You know nothing of survive or must going is not a choice.
Another journey begins.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Still water.
Engage and awaken. And yang.
Down farewell.
Free will, or was it fate?
Is it inevitable for me?
All things human creations.
I weep for the departed.
Trinity is before me.
And yang.
Eternal praise.
reach the department.
Day, I grant myself departure.
Well, how should I address you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. 1 Week?
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now. Thank you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving Penacony?
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you. I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on Penacony.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Don't worry. The Oak family was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival, and you've already defeated them. But Mr. Gopherwood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made. My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved. Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. Penacony is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority cannot enter the sacred site of the Harmony and inquire about the true will of the Great One. In the worst-case scenario, if Sheepade turned a blind eye, how could the Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The Harmony has more than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
Thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on Penacony were... After all this, the Harmony and the Preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive, and Penacony will become a public space in the cosmos. Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that Penacony needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have. If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Don't sell yourself short. We're not fundamentally opposed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master. This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing goals.
About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior. Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true Nameless, I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need more than asceticism is knowledge. Therefore, after leaving Penacony, would you consider letting me come aboard the Astral Express and travel with you for now?
So this is why I brought him here. Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express.
I learned the most valuable lessons from my past.
Well, you did get nerfed after two.
Thank you all for your forgiveness. Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. Until then.
Now that our business on Penacony is settled, it's about time we get back on track and prepare for... try?
No, we're still not quite. Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice. So, you must also understand, for a genius, the importance of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers themselves. So-called magic has its own set of principles. There are no mysteries in this universe that cannot be solved. So, all-seeing presence, I ask you this. What is divinity?
Let's see. Let's see.
I can take 10 of these. Nice job!
That one's
May song bring harmony and unity. Stars echo.
Time to show you what I can really. Azure Dragon, Flight Time, Bless Card. Watch this!
bangs and claws.
Never hesitate!
And stop. Peach blossoms.
Let's see.
Danger person, all together.
Nice job!
I see through you.
I venture forth forever.
Triumphant! Victory inevitable!
I venture forth forever.
Triumphant! Victory inevitable!
sparring with this guy. And Bob.
Let's see.
Dangerous spot. Fascinated all together. I can take a great job. Right. Doors echo. Need a shine.
venture for forever.
Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
I venture for forever.
Triumph! Victory is inevitable!
Yeah, it's over already. Fast enough for you? Short respite, then time for the next fight.
Please stand by, passengers. The navigation meeting will be starting soon. Since everyone's here, Pom-Pom will start presenting our options. First up is the oceanic planet of Lushaka. Next, we have Malustanin, the agate world.
Given the Express's fuel situation, it's worth us thinking through our options carefully.
And finally, the most adventurous option, the eternal land, Amphorius.
Ah, planet not recorded in the databank. And a world even Akivilia's never set foot on. Amphorius does have something to offer. And plus, it's a completely unknown world.
I feel the same.
Looks like Pom-Pom's voting plan won't... It's official then. Our next stop...
Great! I'm looking forward to the conduct. I'll be in my room freeing up some memory. Do you want to enter the forgotten?
Welcome home, dear Nameless.
A world yet to be. But this.
Ah, you're... Memo Keepers traverse... It's my duty to... I need a sharp... I trust you won't. I trust you.
Dear Nameless, trailblazing must be tiring.
Attention passengers!
There's nothing there. Confusing. The answer lies hidden in the starry sky. Here it is, the eternal land. As you can see, Amphorius is surrounded, yet the garden caught a glimpse. I would even go as far as to...
For a world to have nurtured such marvels, yet still remain...
I can reveal the second. In fact, you've all...
I see. Then it makes...
Unfortunately, fate is keeping the third path a mystery. I don't know what it is either. Hidden beneath the this white ribbon of light and so...
Wait. I think we might be missing someone.
what's wrong. I just feel really weak after the warp. I doubt it. Pretty girls aren't supposed to get sick.
Gladly. I'm seeing March 7th hit by a sudden bout of weakness in her memories, as if something was weighing on her. The onset of it far too quick to be any kind of sickness.
Perhaps it's the effect of some external stimulus?
Oh, why is everyone here? I should have cleaned my room.
I invited Sunday to help with the diagnosis. He grew up in a star system rich in memoria. When it comes to mental healing, he's quite the specialist.
You've all been to Penacony before. I presume you are aware of how some might find themselves in a synesthesia dreamscape after warping to Asdana. I'm guessing this is something similar. Miss March appears to be affected by a certain external stimulus. Perhaps a path.
I agree. That's...
Why is she the only one?
There's no way to tell at this point. It could just be a matter of time before everyone feels unwell. Before we identify the cause, my suggestion is for Miss March to avoid venturing anywhere near Amphorius.
It's okay, Himiko. I'll be good on my own. Go ahead, guys. I'll catch up once I feel better. Here. Take my camera along. I was planning to take photos when we got there, but looks like you'll have to help me with that now. I know I can always count on you. Yeah, you guys go on ahead. Don't worry about me. I'll be back to being my hyperactive and adorable self by the next time you see me. Now, don't forget about those photos, okay? I'll be checking the camera.
Do you think March 7th... So we're staying behind to take care of the grown-up stuff.
Someone should be taking care of March 7th, too. I can do that.
I'm fine with any arrangement you...
Yes. Seeing how this is going to be a perilous expedition, Pom-Pom and the Navigator, The car you're getting has its own... Only an extenuating circumstance. Get going whenever you're ready. Car
ready for detachment. 3, 2, 1. things, human creations.
I weep for the departed. It is fall.
A quick divination.
Fangs and claws never hesitate. Overcome the thorns. Doubt farewell.
Another journey before us. Destiny for oblivion.
I venture forth to forever. Triumphant! Great inevitable! Show me what you can do. I'll give you the fearlessness not fear. Heard the Look out!
You've got something interesting.
I bear no harm. I just want everyone to be safe. Roaming around a place like the Abyss with weapons in tow is a show of provocation. Those soldiers are minions of the Strife Titan. They're not known to stop until all invaders fall under their... If you continue brandishing your weapons, you won't only be putting yourselves in the crossfire. Their looming blades will come down on the heads of the innocent. It's difficult to tell if you're friend or foe when you... I could be putting myself in harm's way. So, care to share the reason?
Fine on. Look what you did again! Taking off all... Oh, you even ruined his weapon! I've really gone and done it. This is no...
I was just trying to fix our problem.
How is this safe? Oh, Snowy's just worried.
All right, if you say so. Not from above the sky.
Wow, that's something else.
She means you're lucky because... Let's talk somewhere else. You've seen it firsthand. It isn't safe. We're here to rescue and escort them. I'm Finan, from ID's Elysium. Sorry if I offended you just now. Friction really does spark friendships, huh?
And here's your spear. Don't worry, this is entirely on Snowy. I'll make sure he fixes it for you.
It seems I'll have to treat Cartonis to a couple of drinks.
You acted on your... We've lost... Lose your faith.
Don't make this decision in hate.
I appreciate the concern. I'm sorry you had to see that, esteemed Chrysosaur.
Travelers from afar. They're also headed for...
It's an honor you remember me, Finan. A few days ago, I watched... Excuse me, sir. Everyone knows about the prophecy.
Virtus, right now, we must focus on convincing Mr. Noldus to return. The Abyss is swarming with fierce enemies, and they have no way to defend themselves, leaving them vulnerable to all kinds of danger. My friends, I have a rather bold request. Treeby will join you. She can also... You two are...
I'm sure you two have a ton of questions, don't you? As for why we should speak in private, that's because quiet places are better suited for communicating with one another. Judging by your reactions, also, Snowy wouldn't dare make plans for us. It's more— Alright! Silence, please! We, thy humble descendants, O selfless arbiter to Lantern, declare we summon thee, Orynyx, to once again stir the ripples of past reverie.
How is that possible? Did Orynyx's prayer fail?
My two friends, don't stray too far away from us.
Stop panicking. As long as we're with them, we'll be fine.
Amazing, isn't it? Now that we're here, we can speak in peace. Huh? But why does it feel a little too quiet? Just what I was afraid of. So much for a repeat history lesson will have to wait, my friends.
There are both dangers.
Mortal, watch over you, guide you on your path. Now, farewell.
No water to uplift you.
Both have impressive fighting skills.
I reach for the
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Noldis, first—
I believe I've made my stance clear.
Sir, we deeply— but we swear to you and—
You swear in the name of Yanis?
Don't you remember, Noldis? Our name is Trebios.
What? Why do you look like a child? Oh, no. To think that I, a mere tribal priest, dared—
Noldis, we do not wish to force you, but please, think of the people in your— The young place their trust in you, just as you place your trust in us. If you stay—
If that is divine will, High Priest, please guide us once again as we spread our wings on this long journey. Ah, Mr. Noldis, I'm glad you're out. Virtus, I still
The Dromus caravan that's supposed to meet it. Of course. Please, come this way. I see you've both been made aware. The ancient gods have I'm sorry.
Yet a tedious and overly— Right! Virtus and the up— There's a ballad that's been Happiness abound in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raised their glasses in a toast. Three carved the heaven. They declared the world too, and thus you and I were created. With words, thus creation was complete. O great Kephali, all-knowing father of stature so tall, yet load with light of dawn heavy upon forming the boiling river that—
rescue. Time to get up. These large, mild-mannered creatures are called dromas. They're humanity's most loyal companions. We'll be relying on them to get us through the rugged mountain roads on the way to the Holy City. Dromas are very docile. I forgot to mention, don't touch their white stone humps. When the Earth Titan blessed these creatures, it said they also See? Easy, wasn't it?
Everyone, how did you...
No, not at all. Your performance was...
It's been a long time since we sat together. Perhaps you really can save Amphorius from its doom.
Suffering's bad for your health, and it won't help. It's also the reason for the Holy City Akima's existence.
Hey now, don't be so serious. You're bringing the mood down. Anyway, in short, the Holy City is absolutely... Is everyone properly seated? Oh, then we're off!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Human creations!
Trinity is before me.
Still waters of oblivion.
Stand down. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
We came together.
Seeking doubt farewell.
Destiny for oblivion.
We came...
You both fought so bravely. Are you Chrysos heirs from a foreign land? Please, I beg of you, save Akima. The Mad King Nikador has returned. Look, there's strife and conflict Thank you. Your comrades are fighting inside the city. Fate will guide you to them.
The main road's been blocked off. Treeby?
Don't panic. Leave this to us. Let's summon the Oryx! of past reverie!
It's you two. I never expected Nick. There's no need to panic.
Mr. Noldus and the others have gone to see...
I don't doubt very well, but please, their attacks do not discriminate between friends.
Oh, Cavalier, throne of worlds, please end your long silence.
No. It's very... The prophecy has already revealed that... Watch! No one will...
Leave them be. Just as Mr. Noldus reveres Janus. Faith is all some people have left in a world. To honor their faith is the sacred duty.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path. Trinity is before me.
Another journey. Still waters uplift.
A quick divination, converge, and awaken!
Let's begin.
Seek and you shall
Destined for oblivion. I see through you. Attack. Still waters uplift.
Bodies everywhere. How could so...
No, E! We're back. We are Trian. We are Trinin. We are Treevy. Wait. No! Now is not the time for introduction! Snowy! D has been trading blows with the main...
I knew it. He gets reckless once he gets the urge to kill. I'm relying on you...
Don't worry! With us, he... Wouldn't that be Akama? Stop messing around and help the people!
Don't worry. Although they are a little childish, the trio are experienced Chrysos heirs, and one of the pillars of Akama. Well, let's keep on moving. Eliminate the enemies on the main road and leave the rest to the Holy City's guards. They're all trained and experienced elites.
Lord Finan! Finally here. Quick, save the Grand Craftsman. He is surrounded by enemies!
What?
The rear is secured now. This is the result of your efforts?
Quit messing around. You know who we're dealing with.
Carelessness will be your downfall. Deliver. Mere child's play. The true fight between us will shadow the You know nothing. Survive.
Another journey. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Tonus!
Finon.
I'm glad. As for you, Mighty, if I'm not mistaken, shouldn't...
What is that supposed to mean? Who are you implying isn't a citizen here?
Don't evade the question. Aglaia told us to protect the citizens.
It is you who forgot the second half of her words. Her original words were, protect the citizens, speaking of which, they seem to fit the definition of invade. The three priests of Janus share the same appearance and mind, and their senses are... You trust him that much?
Provoking your allies at such a critical juncture. Whose side are you on?
From the moment we first met, as the successor of Kremnos, I, Mighty, am not able to act.
Enough! The time for internal strife. Now,
I have not forgotten about what needs to be done. Stand down. I'm more than capable of taking care of what's ahead by myself. As for you, Nikador is in the Marmorial Palace.
I don't need you to tell me that.
You. What's your... Is that not also strange?
Well, that's the Chrysos heirs. Revered as heroes by the masses, but still imperfect mortals at their core. What a mess. Yes, Treeby acted with hate. This is Marmorial Market, the most important residential and living area in the Holy City. Pushing through by force, but now our backup is here.
Lord Finon, and the two guests, welcome to Akama.
When I heard your footsteps, I thought death. Miss Casterus?
An abrupt ending to an epic that has barely begun. But today, Lord Finon, Akama needs you.
Well, if the Mortician of the Holy City says I'm needed, then it sounds like I'm...
Well, that isn't for me to decide. All I can do is, dear guests, if you would, I'd like you to kindly keep 5 paces distance. In the face of death, strife will also cause hesitation to arise. Some enemies who are difficult to subdue by presence alone.
the scent of blood. Are you an attendant of the Hand of Shadow?
No. I'm not.
You can try to avoid and hide it. Akama. Chrysos heirs. What cowards.
I'm so glad that you're not my history teacher. However, if you're standing here out of loyalty...
Come to arms.
Facing death. Trinity is before me.
Free will. The water uplift.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
I'm here.
A quick divination. Gather as one.
Leave it to me. Stand down.
I weep for the departed. It's his job.
We'll overcome the thorns. Now farewell.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion. Free will, still water.
As you wish.
Lady Aglaya once said that your time I have the power to lay them to rest.
I was about to say the same. It's pointless to waste your... Let's go.
Once there, you must turn into birds and fly toward the final battlefield.
Miss Casterus, why aren't you joining us?
I must stay here and ensure that these soldiers do not destroy the city, although faith is more important to the vast majority.
I understand, but...
There is no need for worry. The citizens have already been evacuated. And the only living thing, as Lady Aglaya instructed, no civilians will be affected by this.
Do excuse my impropriety. Well then, I'll see you later, Miss Caspers.
Then... could you all quite relieved?
Memorial Palace. That battle cry once crushed all in its... My limbs trembled uncontrolled fear. This, you too. If you... Looks like the both of you have indeed braved many dangers. Trailblazing? What an interesting concept. Surely on your worlds there must also be a titan which is revered by the masses. But there's no need to further confirm your resolve. We shall soon cross swords with the embodiment of strife. And yet, faced against this menacing threat, your resolve... Let's get going. In the era when stand with me and become heroes! Deathly silence is the proud resonance of Nikador's war drums. Behind this watery veil awaits the arena of conflict. Stay strong! Recall your convictions and everything you hold dear.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I weep for the departed.
I'll overcome the thorns.
Another journey. Still water for the flip.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
I weep for the departed. It shall fall.
Move.
This is not the true Nikador, just one of his many godly forms.
The core flame isn't here.
New allies of Okima, welcome to Amphorius. While this welcome banquet is far from elegant, it has helped to remove any misgivings that we had. From this moment forth, you shall be treated as distinguished guests of the Holy City and of the Chrysos as... Curious about my eyesight? Well, I'm not blind. On the contrary, I can see much more than the typical person. Those with golden blood always have something extraordinary about them. For me, it's perception. I don't need light to measure the world. The wind carries messages along golden threads, delivering countless sensations to my fingertips. Just like how at this present moment, the virtues possessed by the both of you have turned into a warm current that pleases my skin.
A manifestation of Nikador. Could it be that my trial has not arrived yet?
By following the threads of fate, you have begun to write the opening chapter of your story. How do you...
Well, truth be told, I don't feel any different. When Trian followed those escaped soldiers, was that part of the plan too?
Naturally. We have long foreseen this attack and didn't intend to waste such a golden opportunity. After Nikador succumbed to madness, their fortress disappeared into the fog, with no one being able to ascertain its location anymore. However, now that they have acted out of character and attacked Akima of their own accord, then the Holy City shall also uncover their hiding place and sound the horn of retaliation.
What an intricate plan indeed. I gave my word that after the situation stabilized, I would reveal all about Amphorius to our allies. However, given that Akima has just barely survived a calamity, and there are still many shaken citizens who need comfort, Aglaya, would you mind?
Distinguished guests, since you have spared no effort in aiding the Holy City, I will naturally take care of you as well. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance.
You two can find me at Marmorial Market after you've grown tired of listening to her tales. In any case, I owe you my...
Now then, where should we begin?
Beacon of the Trailblaze. No problem. Go ahead.
Interesting way to mark the start of your journey. But please, let me... Let's see. We're here at Marmorial. This is a good place for our chat. Both of you are new here. The bath sprites are exciting. If it'll make... The spirit water shall show.
Before three more gods. Then came and so. The wise Circe's curiosity. With that, the first.
Is something wrong? I see. That's fine. We can try a different approach. Take my suggestion, Bob Sprites.
Okie doke. Make yourself comfortable. Time for a history class on Amphorius. Hey! No butting in! Class is still ongoing! Amphorius started the 3 Fate Titans wrote laws, but to give in. Everyone fought for a really... The tripartite prophecy says there is only one way to stop. Assemble a band of heroes powerful enough to take on the 12 Titans and reignite their core flames. We know this band of heroes by a certain name. And so, here's the takeaway. Eat well and train well, so you can grow up into a powerful hero and do your part for Amphorius!
Is something else wrong? Is that so? Looks like you're a rough patch. That's a mine. I suppose the things that are common knowledge to us are just a garbled mess to you. If we want to straighten out the threads of this world, perhaps I should explain things to you myself. I seem to hear a note of pity in that question. Perhaps you find us to be weak and defenseless. We can move on to the problem at hand, now that both of you have some understanding. Please, give me a moment. The way up from here leads to a bath, but the Count... I'm willing to make an exception. You have a very considerate partner. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable, then close your eyes. I won't force you, but... Thank you. You can also... Now place your left hand onto the bench. Lift up your arm. Yes, you're doing great. My duty may be to this place, though. You can open your eyes now. Look, we are joined together now. You're not wrong to think of it that way. The golden threads of Nesty. You will learn the truth about this. Fulfill this pact between us. You learn the legends of the pantheon of titans that one Amphorius has since for the Chrysos heirs. They are counting on us to vanquish. It is only upon reclaiming this is Amphorius's flame chase. The two of you, maybe. If I'm putting my hope, I have laid my heart bare. Promise me to never tell the people. I'm glad to hear that. Can you promise me that? Thank you. The agreement. I apologize if this ritual, as much as I am interested. Why don't the both of you? Why don't you and Mr. Dunn?
goodness, nothing has been going right.
Not with human effort, of course.
High Priest treat.
Huh? When we all... maybe... Not at all! Why don't you both try, Chips? Whoa!
Miracle.
That's okay. Oh, you met Aggie, right? Alrighty, as long as things are You know, but with this... Oh, right. Yeah. Let's see. All set. You can also use any... Huh? Okay, time to get back.
A miracle fresh from the oven.